Sam stood on the corner of Market Street with his guitar. The strap pressed into his shoulder and felt heavier every minute. He had been playing for almost 2 hours. Only 3 people had dropped coins into the open guitar case. Not even enough for dinner. His fingers were stiff from the cold, and his voice was tired from singing. He wiped the light rain from the guitar's body and breathed onto his hands for warmth. The city did not slow down. Buses stopped with a loud hiss. Phones rang. People hurried past, splashing through small puddles on the wet pavement. Nobody looked up. Sam was used to that, but tonight it hurt more. His rent was due in 6 days. He had spent his last money on a small bag of groceries that morning. Still, he gently played a chord to check the tuning. One more song, he told himself, then go home. Maybe someone would listen. Across the street, Sophie hurried with her umbrella low and her eyes on her watch. She had worked late again and was trying to catch a train. In her head, she made a list. Staff meeting in the morning, lunch with a client, emails to answer, problems to fix. She stepped onto the zebra crossing just as it started to rain harder. Then she heard the first note. It was clear, warm, and a little sad. Without thinking, Sophie slowed down. People brushed past her shoulders, but she stopped on the pavement and turned towards the sound. Sam's voice rose, soft and steady under the streetlights. For a moment, the busy road felt quieter. She could feel the music in her chest. Her train was coming in a few minutes, but she stayed. Something inside of her said, "Wait a second. Listen." Sam saw her, a young woman in a grey coat, standing still while everyone else walked around her. For a second he thought he knew her face, though he was sure they had never met. He finished the verse and gave a small nod. She did not leave. She stayed and listened. She did not drop a coin. She did not look at her phone. She just watched him play as if the music mattered. Sam felt his chest lift and his fingers warm. Maybe she could really hear the words. Rain blew in from the street, so he pulled the guitar case back with his foot, still watching her. He stepped back from the microphone and spoke in a low voice so only she would hear. "I'm taking requests if you have one," he said. "Any song at all." Sophie blinked, surprised this street musician was speaking to her. She took a small step closer so she would not need to shout through the rain. She said with a shy smile, "I only know the songs on the radio." Sam shrugged. "That's fine. I'll play another one of mine." She leaned against the post of a clothes shop and folded her umbrella. Drops of water ran off the edge and hit the ground. Somewhere a car horn sounded, but on this corner it felt quiet, like a small quiet space away from the city noise. Sam began to play a simple tune he had written at home. It was a song about taking chances and enjoying the small moments you get when you slow down and look around. The chords were easy, the rhythm was gentle. His voice carried across the wet pavement and bounced softly off the shop windows. As he sang the first chorus, Sophie's shoulders dropped. The tight feeling from the office slowly left her body. She thought about summers when her dad played old records in the kitchen and she danced barefoot on the tiled floor. She could almost smell toast and hear her dad singing out of tune. People hurried past with umbrellas up and heads down, but a few turned when they heard the song. Some slowed for a second and then hurried on again. A little boy pointed. His mum smiled. She stayed where she was, listening to every word. The song ended. Sam waited for the young woman to leave. She did not move. "Another?" he asked. Sophie checked her watch. Trains leave every 10 minutes anyway. She nodded. "Another." So they found a rhythm. Sam played, Sophie listened. After the second song, a teenager stopped, filmed a short clip for social media, and tossed a coin into the case. After the third, an older couple paused and smiled at Sophie, who was now nodding along with the beat. A man in a delivery jacket shouted, "Sounds great, mate," as he rushed past. Each coin that landed rang like a tiny bell. Sam felt his hands warm as he played faster songs, then quieter ones. Small stories about city rooftops, seaside mornings, and friends he missed. For a few minutes he forgot about rent. He had never had an audience like this. One person who really listened and stayed. About 30 minutes later, Sophie realized that the last train was going to depart in 15 minutes. Still, she didn't move. Sam saw her look at the screen. "Do you need to go?" he asked. She opened her mouth and closed it. "Not yet." She gave a small shrug, surprised at herself. "There's always another train." He laughed and flexed his numb fingers. The tips were red from the cold. "Let me buy you a hot drink. Your hands must be freezing." She rubbed her own fingers as if feeling the cold for the first time. "There's a cafe just round the corner." The corner cafe was still open. Sam packed his guitar quickly, shook water from the case, and followed Sophie inside. Warm air hit them. They chose a small table near the heater and the window. Sophie ordered 2 teas and a slice of lemon cake to share. Sam tried to pay. She waved him away. "So," Sophie said, "why this corner? Why not play in a club?" Sam shrugged. "Clubs want cover bands, songs by other people. I'm trying to play my own songs." "They're good songs," Sophie said. "I could feel them even in the rain." Sam blinked. "Not many people said that, thank you." The cafe felt like a pause in time. Outside, rain ran down the glass. Inside, it was warm and quiet. Sophie told him about her job in marketing at a small company. Long hours, good pay, not much joy. Many nights, she answered emails while eating dinner. Sam told her about busking, playing music on the street for coins. He also did a few shifts in a music shop to help with rent. His big wish was to record a small album of his own songs in a studio one day. Without noticing, they slipped into easy conversation. They laughed about silly things they saw outside the window on the wet streets. Nearly 2 hours passed before the owner said they were closing. Sophie looked at the clock and realized she had missed 3 trains. Instead of feeling stressed, she felt calm. A slow, happy feeling she had not felt in months. They stepped back outside. The rain had stopped, and the air smelled fresh. Sam put the guitar strap over his shoulder. The case felt lighter now. "Where do you live?" he asked. "West Side," she said. "The night bus goes that way. I'll walk you to the stop so you don't slip on the wet ground." She smiled. "Thank you, that's kind." At the bus stop, they waited in a soft, easy silence. A neon shop sign buzzed above the glass roof. Water dripped from Sophie's folded umbrella. Sam stamped his feet to keep warm. "Will you be playing on that corner tomorrow night?" Sophie asked. "Same corner," Sam said. Sophie opened a bag and pulled out a folded flyer from work. "My company is running a charity event next month. They need live music, and they pay. Email them and use my name so they know I sent you." Sam took the flyer. His eyes went wide. "This is amazing, thank you." "Write your number on it," she said, giving him a pen. "I'll text you mine, and I'll be there tomorrow. Save my favorite song." Sam wrote quickly. "I'll be ready," he said. The bus pulled up. Sophie stepped on, then turned and met his eye one more time. "Good night, Sam." The bus pulled away. Sam watched until its red lights turned the corner. The street felt quiet again. He opened the guitar case under a street lamp and counted the coins. Tonight had been better than most. A few pound coins, some silver, even a note. Enough for breakfast and maybe a train ticket if he needed one. He looked at the flyer and at Sophie's number written across the top. A new door, he thought. Maybe the biggest one yet. Sam walked home under the clearing sky, humming the tune Sophie had called her favorite. His steps were slow but light. For the first time in weeks, he felt something strong and good. Hope.